guys, it's me, Miss Norris, and today I'd like to share a fun read aloud with you called Big Pumpkin. The story Big Pumpkin was written by Erica Silverman and illustrated by JD Schindler, and this book was made in 1992. This is a story all about how some friends need to come together and work together as a team to help themselves out. Without further ado, here is Big Pumpkin. I'll start with this first page up close so you can see. Once there was a witch who wanted to make pumpkin pie. So she planted a pumpkin seed. She weeded and watered, and after a while, a sprout poked through. And then a pumpkin grew. And it grew. And it grew. And then it grew some more. So you can see the witch taking very good care of her pumpkin. Soon Halloween was just hours away. The witch thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take her pumpkin off the vine. Look at that big pumpkin. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First, she pulled hard. Then she pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. "Drat!" said the witch. I'll get up close so you can see that pumpkin just she thought she was just going to pick her pumpkin. But that pumpkin just sat. Just then, along came a ghost. "Big Pumpkin," said the ghost. "It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween's just hours away," said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. "I am bigger than you and stronger too," boasted the ghost. "Let me try," said the witch, but she thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. What do you think? You think this ghost is going to get it? The ghost bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First, he pulled hard. Then he pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. "Drat!" said the ghost. So the witch is giving the ghost a turn. But the ghost, not strong enough. Just then, along came a vampire. "Big Pumpkin," said the vampire. "It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween is just hours away," said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. "I am bigger than both of you, and stronger too," boasted the vampire. "Let me try," said the witch, said the ghost. You think the ghost and the witch think that the vampire can do it? I don't know. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The vampire bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First, he pulled hard. Then he pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. "Drat!" said the vampire. You can see how hard he's pulling. But that pumpkin is beating them all. Just then, along came a mummy. "Big pumpkin," said the mummy. "Well, it's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween is just hours away," said the witch, and she kicked the pumpkin. "I am bigger than you, all of you, and stronger too," boasted the mummy. "Let me try." Said the witch, said the ghost, said the vampire. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. I don't know. The mummy bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, she pulled, and she tugged, and she pulled. First, she pulled hard, then she pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. "Drat," said the mummy. Look how hard the mummy is pulling. Whole body in that one. Just then, along came a bat. "Big pumpkin," said the bat. The witch didn't say a word. She just looked at the ghost and rolled her eyes. The ghost looked at the vampire looked at the mummy. They all looked at the little bat, and they just started to laugh. "I may not be big, and I may not be strong," said the bat, "but I have an idea." And the bat told them what to do. Said the witch. Said the ghost. Said the vampire. Said the mummy. But they all thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. "Ready, set, pull!" called the bat. The bat pulled the mummy pulled the vampire pulled the ghost pulled the witch, and the witch pulled the pumpkin. Well, they pulled hard, they pulled, and they tugged, and they pulled. First, they pulled hard. Then, they pulled harder. And snap! Off came the pumpkin. "Drat!" said the witch. Whoosh! It flew, and it flew, and thud! It landed on top of a hill, and thump-bump, 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 thump-bump. It bounced all the way to the witch's house. And when it got to her door, the pumpkin just sat. "Hooray for the bat!" shouted the witch, and she hurried inside to make pumpkin pie. So they're all following that pumpkin, and it got to her house, and it did what it's done the whole story. It just sat. Said the ghost. "Have some more," said the witch. "I couldn't eat another bite," said the vampire. "Fun party," said the mummy. "Time to go," said the bat. So look at how much fun they're all having. "Drat!" said the witch as she watched them all leave. Then she went right out and planted another pumpkin seed. The end. I hope you all really enjoyed the story of the big pumpkin. And if you did, I hope you hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the page. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much. Your support means so much to me. If you're not a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button down at the bottom of the page and click the bell so you get notified when there's other future cool content. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.